Hello and welcome, Puzzlemate bringing you a rumor and discussion about Bill Goldberg. For the background footage of this video, I will be showing 10 prominent matches of Bill Goldberg's streak in chronological order. This news is being originally sourced by Figure 4 Online, but I will be leaving WrestleZone's article in the description. The current plan is to have Goldberg signed and used in WWE 2K15 video game, which is set to release in the fall. Officials are trying to make a plan similar to what they did with the Ultimate Warrior last year, as they promoted him heavily. I could not follow this back to its original source at Figure 4 Online, but many other websites have also been running a similar story, so this is somewhat credible news. This is simply stating that Goldberg will be featured in the advertising campaign for the game, possibly leading up to some sort of cover announcement. Goldberg is still familiar to all but the youngest of fans, especially any fans of WCW like I was when I was a kid. He is not as big a name as The Rock was last year, so this may be strictly for advertising and the cover given to another wrestler. The statement that this is similar to the Ultimate Warrior has had some people questioning if this is a plan to make Goldberg pre-order DLC. If this is the case, I would be very disappointed because he was in WWE 2K15 as part of the 30 Years of WrestleMania mode. This is not entirely out of the question for 2K, as they have seen superstars like the Usos completely left out of last year's game when they're already in WWE 13 as DLC. My personal outlook on this tidbit of news is that they may be making a sequel to the very popular Streak mode from last year. Goldberg had a 173 match undefeated streak in his early WCW career. He defeated the likes of Raven, Scott Hall, Hulk Hogan, and Diamond Dallas Page all his way to the top. He was eventually defeated by Kevin Nash when he was attacked with a cattle prod during the match, ending his match at Starrcade 1988 over 15 years ago. This is a very special streak that has been mimicked by many superstars, at least to some extent. Most notable has been Ryback, who has even received Goldberg chants from the crowd due to similar booking and physical stature. Of course, the streak mode would have to be somewhat similar to Undertaker's streak mode, however there could be a few changes. A lot of the aura and mystery around Undertaker is not present in Goldberg's streak. He was a powerhouse through and through. His defeat the streak mode should reflect that. If you cannot counter his moves, he should be able to put you in a spear and jackhammer in the first few minutes of the match. Undertaker's defeat the streak was very much felt like destroying an unbreakable wall. Goldberg should be an unstoppable force ripping through all those not strong enough to counter his immense onslaught. Moving on to the defend the streak mode brings out a few more possible changes. Trying to get 173 straight victories will become very tiresome. I know I personally got a bit bored after getting to 30 on the Undertaker streak mode, so there would need to be some adjustments to keep things fresh. One possible option would be allow the player to save their spot and defeat the streak mode, save all of the damage done, all of the wrestlers defeated, finishers and saved, and so on. This would allow the player somewhat of a break so they can go from 20 or 30 win spurts until they get to that 173 victories. My second option also allows more breaks and time gaps, but is built in a more structured way, having 20 to 30 man slobber knockers spaced out with 2-on-1 matches, 3-on-1 matches, tag team and even battle royal type matches spaced in between. Goldberg did have these type of matches during his streak. 2K could also include increased outside interference during these matches to increase the difficulty in comparison to last year's Defend the Streak mode. One last option 2K could utilize as the history of the streak is by building a story mode out of the game. New superstars attempting to be the next Goldberg as a concept. This would of course require a victory in every single story mode match, which would stifle some of the creativity some have been looking for in a proper career mode from WWE games. On the other side, more rigid structure would allow 2K to craft a career mode that can actually have a story behind it, with cutscenes, rivalries, and proper storytelling separated from the more random telling of the universe mode. Any of these options would be a great addition to a new game, simply to add some variety to the WWE games. Leave a comment below letting me know what you think about this rumor. And if you want more rumors and news about WWE 2K15, you can click the annotation for my 10 new rumors and top 10 returning superstars. Or subscribe to my channel for future WWE games news. This has been Puzzlemate. I thank you for your time.